We black and we proud. 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 No peace. No peace.
No justice.
No peace. Kyle is a killer. 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 Black lives matter. 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 Black lives matter.
So we're out here today on Western Kentucky University campus ahead of where Kyle Rittenhouse is due to give a speech. You and other students on campus have been protesting. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you decided to come out?
Yes. We decided to come out because this campus has shown numerous of times that they honestly just do not care about us. They will put us to the back, put our food on hold, only have 2 buildings open for us to get food. Not 2 buildings, I'm sorry, 2 restaurants for hundreds of students to get food. They cut off main roads and everything. They're just putting us out of place just to make this man comfortable. Why should you allow this man who's a murderer, who's a factual murderer, come to our campus and put the lives of all your students in danger?
Absolutely. Some people say he was acquitted on those charges, and he says he acted in self-defense. Does that mean anything to you?
No, we have also seen numerous of times that the justice system is not meant for us. It is just meant to let I'm sorry, trying to find the better words. Just to let white supremacy keep going. It's just built for that, just to let the white people go.
Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist or upholds white supremacist systems?
Yes, if you are funded by the Ku Klux Klan, Proud Boys, and clearly want to take pictures and photographs, and they fund you going around the country, then you're definitely one of them.
He's funded by the KKK?
They're all the same, aren't they?
I mean, to compare Turning Point to the KKK, or?
They are the same, aren't they?
Wow.
They just traded a hood with a badge.
Wow. What do you make of people who view Rittenhouse as a hero, as some in our country do?
I want to know in what way, shape, or form, and if anybody thinks that, then they're also the problem.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, also the totality of what happened is such a crazy situation. A 17-year-old going to a protest turned riot. He says he's trying to protect the neighborhood. What do you think it says about our country when a 17-year-old feels compelled to go to a protest that turned into a riot with a firearm?
Well, why Vigilantism, sorry. That's not uncommon. And it's not uncommon for other white people who feel the same way because of they were oppressed, or they feel like that their voices aren't heard. And which is just, in my opinion, I feel like that they always take our pain and take what we go through and just flip it just to make it their own.
Wow. Do you feel as though Kyle Rittenhouse is a threat to black people on campus now?
Yes. You see all of these preparations, all that what is going on just to protect them. And things aren't happening to him, they're happening to the students. They're happening to us. We're being displaced. We are being antagonized. We are being bullied on social media. We are being bullied by our administration. We're being forced to keep quiet. So he is definitely, yes.
Absolutely. One last thing I wanted to ask you. If you had the opportunity to ask Mr. Rittenhouse something, what would it be?
How does it feel to take the life of 2 people and just walk up, just going about your business, going about your day?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Gotcha.
I hope you get in and it's a good time. Thank you.
son, don't speak out. Oh, son, clear your words up. Oh, son, oh, Malik, I don't want to see you fucking die. They had them conversations, but we had them. That's what's different about us, because we came up different. And we stayed different, and now we strong different, damn it. We strong and I love it.
So we're out here at Western Kentucky University ahead of where Kyle Rittenhouse is due to give a speech. You and others helped lead a protest against his appearance here. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you decided to come out?
Absolutely. Because I'm black. Because I'm a part of the people. I didn't decide. I had to. This is my responsibility. We believe, as the people, as a complete organization, because this is organizing. Mm-hmm. I've never seen people not organize in such a way like this. This is organizing.
Do you feel like Kyle Rittenhouse is a threat to black people coming on campus here now?
I don't think he's just a threat to just black people. I think based on his ideas and the people that support him and the ideas that he continues to propagate and push forward are a threat to any minority on this campus, whether it be black people, Latin people, Latino people, queer people, and anybody that falls under any minority umbrella. They are a victim to the ideologies and to the characteristics of anybody that falls under the umbrella of Kyle Rittenhouse and his associates.
Absolutely. I know in a trial a couple of years ago, they ended up finding him not guilty on murder charges.
Actually,
what do you make of that?
They acquitted him.
They acquitted him.
The difference between is basically just that they couldn't find any actual liable evidence to say that he was not guilty. And we don't want to reopen any cases here. We're not worried about the legality of the issue because the fact is he's out of jail. But my personal opinion is that I believe anybody who kills two people should be jailed, regardless of how they did it.
Even if it were in the case of self-defense, which is what I think they said for him.
That's what they claim it, but from what I saw, I don't think it was self-defense. If somebody's defending themselves, let them defend themselves. But in this case of a person who popular opinion is that he was doing it out of an action to just kill them. I mean, how would it be defending himself if he had a gun and Joseph Rosenbaum had a plastic bag? How would it be self-defense if he was killing Anthony Huber, but Anthony Huber only had a skateboard to defend himself?
Absolutely.
I don't think that's self-defense.
I had one last question for you. He went to Kenosha while there were George Floyd, both riots and protests. What do you make of his reasoning for even being there and showing up there? I think he said he wanted to protect the community against riots that he was seeing there. Later on, he actually said he supports BLM. What do you make of the totality of the situation?
I believe it's complete lies. Not only is he a white vigilante, he's also a white supremacist, and he's been supported by racial groups like the KKK, the Proud Boys. I completely believe that his beliefs for support in BLM are completely untrue.
Why do you think he's a white supremacist specifically?
Because he supports ideas that are strictly pro-white and anti-black, and not just anti-black, anti-minority.
Like what has he said specifically?
He said that BLM and their objectives have been lies. He said that queer lives were. I don't know specifically what he quoted, but I know that he's not only made condescending comments, but also has lack of respect for people in the queer umbrella, and even a person like me who doesn't fit under that umbrella. I understand that everybody deserves simply respect, but him and his conservative associates believe that that everything has to be their way. They can have their way of belief, and we've been mentioning it as we've been walking that people can have their beliefs and people don't have to join us, but they do have to respect everybody.
What do you make of some people who view him as a hero?
They have their own perspective, but I know that I wouldn't view a person who kills a person that threw a plastic bag at him as a hero.
Absolutely. Sir, thank you so much for your time. Good luck out there. Stay safe. Yes, thank you. We're out here today at Western Kentucky University. Kyle Rittenhouse just finished giving a speech. You guys are out here protesting him. The sign here says skateboards don't kill, but Kyle did. Tell me a little bit more about why you came out.
Okay, well, I am an alumnus of Western Kentucky University, and it's just a shame that he is here. Whether, it could be argued that it's Western allowed it or not, free speech, whatever else, that's just kind of like, how the outlet or the way he got here. Regardless of the fact, he is here. He should not be paraded around like the alt-right's wonderkind.
I know a lot of people were calling him a murderer tonight.
Yes.
He was acquitted on those charges. What do you make of that situation?
Just because someone's acquitted of something doesn't mean he didn't do it. He killed 2 innocent people and injured a 3rd.
He said, in his argument, he said he did it in self-defense. Does that mean anything to you?
It'd be one thing, maybe possibly, if either 3 of the people that he wounded and or killed had a gun. The worst that one of them had was a darn skateboard. I'm trying not to swear, out of respect for you and the press and all that. All he had was a darn skateboard, and yeah, no.
What do you make of those people who sort of have turned him into a hero, sort of an anti-BLM symbol, and a hero where they're taking him on talking tours like this?
Frankly, I think that they're jealous. They wish that they could get away with murder like he did. They wish that they could go out and kill us BML protesters just like he did and get away with it.
Yeah, it was interesting because I asked him about his support for BLM. He says he supports BLM, at least the ideals of that. What's that mean to you?
He's fooling the rest of us. He's fooling us.
Absolutely. Your shirt says "fuck racism." I think that's a pentagram Netflix.
Yes.
Do you think he's a racist, and can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I mean, so far he's been giving all hints and indications and statements that he is. So, I mean, I just heard someone earlier say something to the effect that whenever someone had questions that they were black, he had an attitude, and if they were white, there was no. I mean, again, that's just what I heard. I was not there, but allegedly that's what the word is.
Absolutely. Well, sir, thank you for your time. Is there anything else you want to mention?
No, just for anyone that is of Black Lives Matter and whatever like minds, just keep up the good fight.
Thank you, guys. We're out here today on Western Kentucky University campus ahead of where Kyle Rittenhouse is giving a speech. You're online to get in. There are protests behind you. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you decided to come out?
I'm honestly just interested to see what's going on, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's a pretty cool atmosphere. Yeah. But I'm just here because I want to see what's going on. I'm just interested. It's nothing. I'm not on one side, you know what I'm saying?
Some of your peers here on campus that I spoke to called Rittenhouse a white supremacist and said that he's a threat to black people on campus. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that, actually. I do.
Yeah.
He is a piece of shit, actually. That's why I'm here.
Do you feel threatened by his presence here on campus tonight?
Yes. Yes. That's why all of us are here. We're just trying to see what's going on. We're just interested in seeing what's going on. And yeah.
Can I ask why you feel threatened by his presence?
Well, all the stories I heard, everyone knows what he's about. Everyone knows what he did. And I just want to see everything. I just want to see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
In court a couple of years when they tried to bring murder charges, he was eventually acquitted. And he said that he argued in self-defense. What do you make of how they ruled there?
It could have been, but at the same time, he didn't have to go there with the gun, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but in a way it was self-defense, but in a way it was kind of why would you even have it? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
To follow up on that point, what do you think it says about the country where we're at a time and place where there were protests that turned into riots where a 17-year-old felt compelled to show up with a firearm to one of these?
It really just shows what kind of country we are. It's kind of all over the place. It's kind of crazy, which is, I just want to see what he has to say, honestly. That's why we came.
He's obviously a very polarizing figure with some people protesting against him behind you, but what do you say to people who do think he's heroic?
I don't know how you can see he's heroic. It's kind of crazy, but everyone has their own opinion, and good on them, I guess. It's kind of crazy, though.
I guess he's become a symbol of kind of anti-BLM.
Yeah.
Larger, what do you make of how that's developed? And I mean, maybe that's why some people view him as heroic, kind of fighting back against what they perceive as unruly riots.
I don't see it as anything. It's kind of weird. I mean, why would you even? It just doesn't make sense to me. I want to see what he has to say.
Absolutely.
That's why I came. But
my last question will be: if you had the opportunity to ask him something, as you may tonight, what would you ask him?
I would ask him, why did he go to that protest with a gun?
Absolutely.
That's all I want to know.
Absolutely. Sir, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Hope you got in. Thanks.